Welcome to Pario magazine, where I chat with individuals who have a desire to create. Today, I am joined by one half of a rock duo who has just released their latest single, Ick. Welcome to Pario magazine, Cori York.
Thank you so much for having me.
So we're here today to chat about your journey in the world of music, in your duo group Sult with your sister. Before we dive into that story, though, do you want to give our audience a brief introduction as to who you are away from the world of music?
Who I am away from the world of music? Well, I got quite a few hats. So I'm only one half of Salt, so I can only really speak for myself. But outside of music, I am a stevedore, which I work in ships, and I work on pilot cutter vessels as well. I'm a mum, and I play music, and that's my life kind of in a nutshell.
Okay. So how did you sort of first discover this passion for music?
Well, coming into music, I started, I think, when I was about 8. My dad had a guitar. It was like an old Takamine guitar, Jasmine, and it was really, really big, and it had these really, really horrible hard strings with a really bad neck. And I remember I just picked it up and I started playing with it, and I just thought it was the best thing ever. And from 8 through till 12, I just kind of putted around with the guitar a little bit and kind of played on my own. And then I got to about 12 and my dad put me and my sister, Paige, who's in the band as well, put us both into a music program.
Okay. And did you always sort of want to create music with Paige, or did you both have sort of solo aspirations?
It was weird because I started off writing music by myself in my room, and then my mum paid me $50 every time I would play music for her and her friends. And then Paige kind of caught wind of that, and she got a little bit jealous. So she started playing guitar and singing for mum's friends. And then I think I started playing a little bit of bass. She played bass. Then she played drums. I didn't play drums. And she started singing, and we entered a band together when we were about 12. We started a band.
Okay, so there was a sort of a little bit of sibling rivalry there to begin with, but
the foundation. It's the absolute foundation of our relationship. It's always a little bit of sibling rivalry, but it kind of keeps us going and keeps us both on our toes.
do you feel that's actually sort of beneficial now that you are working together? Like if you're writing a song individually, sort of are both coming to it trying to make the best song possible?
Absolutely. She challenges me to write better, to play better. When I'm on stage, if I play a bum note, she'll look directly at me. So it's been really good. And also in some ways too, we're not only competitive, like she does really, really help me, and she brings out the best side of me as a songwriter. And
Okay.
hopefully I do the same for her.
Yep. And then with the sort of finding this passion for music, who were the earliest musical influences and how have they evolved over the years?
Right. Well, I've got a really distinct movie. I remember I was watching Wayne's World and Bohemian Rhapsody came on in that car scene, and I was completely taken back. And I remember saying to my dad, "What is this?" And he's like, "It's Queen." And from then on, I really just listened to Queen. The way I would write music, I would always just think about Queen. Although I know we don't have the same sound, they kind of started my, I guess, love for rock, and my love for harmonies and ballads. And another really, really important artist, which once again, nothing to do with our genre, Bob Marley. I remember I used to listen to the Bob Marley and the Wailers CD, Legend, the deluxe album.
Yep.
I used to listen to it every night to go to bed when I was about 12, 13, maybe 14, 14.
Okay. And then how has that now changed as you're working with your sister?
For me and I think for her too, because she could obviously hear the CD. We shared a room, so I think lyrically it's kind of really helped me develop, and it's also helped me, I guess, how I emotionally write songs, and to put myself in other people's shoes and to be more empathetic when I write. So yeah, it's definitely played a really big part in how I write and even how I carry myself every day, my day-to-day life.
Okay. And as we mentioned in the intro, you've just released your new single, Ick. Can you talk us through the story behind that song?
Right, Ick. Well, I have never had, and neither has Paige, we've never had a great date track record. We have not dated well. And I don't know, it's just, I don't know if it's bad luck or maybe we're the problem. But every time I've dated somebody, and Paige as well, we've both gotten the ick. And I don't know if you're familiar with the term the ick, when you find something that just instantly repulses you off somebody that you had a romantic interest in. And I was sitting on the lounge across from Paige and the guy she was seeing at the time. And I remember looking at her, and she was so disinterested, and she was just not feeling it. She was not interested in this relationship at all. So I started playing the chords to Ick and the chorus, and then I started singing the chorus, and she's sitting there and I'm singing, I only think about my ex when I'm with you. And I just kind of kept humming it. And yeah, I started writing it across the room from her and her boyfriend at the time.
With the song sort of being based on those personal experiences, what are some of the funniest or weirdest things that have given you the ick?
Oh, okay. I was dating a guy for a little while, and he would lick his food before he ate it. And I remember this being such a big problem. Oh, it wasn't like he like licked it, but he'd kind of like tongue out before he ate it. It just made me feel yuck.
That is a bit weird.
It's weird. It was weird. And also he had like a little baby voice that he would do every now and again. Oh, and nobody likes baby voices. Instant ick. Oh gosh, what else was there? Oh, there's this one ick. We did a first aid course together. And there was this one scenario where we had to like role play, and he was like, I'm checking for danger. I'm checking for danger. And I just remember being really repulsed, and I couldn't see him the same way.
This is one of those moments where you're like, oh, this is weird.
It was just like, I can't do this. I'm out. So I checked out. Yeah, emotionally, I was like, nope, done.
Okay. And how do you feel that do you think that has made the song like really relate and resonate with lots of people?
Yeah, you know what is so funny? I notice in a crowd when we talk about the song before we play it, like sometimes we'll kind of have a bit of an introduction about the song. You see the girls in the crowd, and like everyone in the crowd, like there are people that go, oh yeah, I've had this. So there's some people really connect with the song, and they can really relate to it, which has been really great for us.
And then given that the song also touches on some sort of intimate topics of sex and sexuality, how was that process of writing the song and obviously opening up to Paige whilst you were writing and working on it?
Well, Paige and I have always been really, really open about our sexual experiences with other people, and how I guess, and how it affects our songwriting. Like a lot of our conversations are open, and we make sure that they're open. I think it's really, really important to talk about sexual experiences, not just for yourself, but for other people.
Okay. And yeah, I guess when you're writing songs and things, it is a lot more beneficial to be open about.
Like, obviously, I wouldn't talk about it with my dad. Like, that's like, we just can't. But when it comes to like my sister and my family, like my cousins and my auntie and my mom, like I feel like it should be such a normal conversation to have. And I find it so funny that, you know, men get to talk about it like it's nothing, and women don't really get to. And so I just want to break that barrier.
Do you feel that this song can sort of help some younger girls with that experience as well?
Well, I really hope so. That's kind of the goal, and not just this song either. There's other songs we have that involve sex, and I really hope it does help people. I think that a lot of the time you don't feel that sexual connection with somebody, and you always think it's you. You're like, oh no, what's wrong with me? Like, I'm not doing something right. This is a me problem, and it's not a you problem. It's a connection problem. It's just you don't like the person, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep. And this is your first single release since 2020. Does this suggest there's more music in the pipeline now that we could be hearing soon?
Absolutely, there definitely is. It's been a long stint. I think 2020, like between 2020 and 2022, COVID really shook both Paige, I, and our band. We just literally had to put down music for a little bit, and we had to go back to our normal regular jobs. We're both mums, and we both work, so it's having to put music. We didn't really put it aside. We kept writing, but a lot of the time the studio was overflowing with other artists. It was hard to find photo shoots to do. We were constantly in and out of lockdowns. So yeah, it's good to be back.
Yep. Yeah. No live shows or anything as well. So a tough
Yeah,
couple of years.
yeah, financially. And I know a lot of other musicians had to kind of put their muso hats up and get other work, and they really struggled. So it's really good to see the music industry back.
Yeah, and you're now sort of out playing shows, and on September 9th, you'll be performing at Beaches in Thirroul. How are you feeling ahead of that show?
I'm really excited. I think we don't do many headline shows, and this will be one of them. We're really, really excited. I think we're playing with Rage Flower. She's a beautiful, beautiful girl, very great musician. And yeah, just super excited to play a show, especially at Beaches. It's a great venue. We've played there before with Tiani. She's amazing. So yeah, very excited.
Sort of a hometown show for you guys?
Yeah, we haven't played many recently. We've been playing so much in Sydney. It's going to be really nice to see all of our friends and family back from down Wollongong, and good to see everyone come along if they come.
Okay. What can people expect from a Sult concert?
Well, a lot of talk. We do talk a little bit. We have little banters in between, little chats. Sometimes Paige gives me the side eye when I play the wrong note. Not that I do that often, but when I do, oh my, I hear about it. Just and some good music and music about so many different topics, sex, love, heartbreak, mental health is a big one for us. So yeah, be good just to see people come along and join in the fun.
Yep, just like a fun sort of rock concert atmosphere.
Yep. Yep, definitely. Wonderful. And just really relaxed.
Okay. Wonderful. Finally, where is the best place for people to support you guys and track your creative journey moving forward?
Well, we do have TikTok, although we're not as active on TikTok as we are on Instagram. That's something we're working on it. Instagram is probably our biggest one where you can find us. We are on Spotify, which is great if you want to head over there. I think, what else are we on? Apple Music as well. But if the main thing to catch our shows, lineups, things like that, definitely our Instagram page at Sult Music is the way to go.
Okay, perfect. I'll put all the links at the end of the article. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, and good luck with the upcoming tours and shows.
No, thank you so much. This has been great. Lovely to meet you.